Hello everyone, Josh out here at Encore, the Mustang parts warehouse, going over a customer approval video today. This is for my friends at R&M who need a driver's side door for a 79 only, which is what this is. This is a 79 pace car. Ford used a 1-year type of hardware system on this, which we'll go over, but I want to give my friends a very deep look into this before they agree to have it picked up. So let's get started with, for those of you who are here that are not R&M, 79 is a 1-year skin for sure on the inside. It's got this inner door handle down by your calf almost. So you had to lean down and let yourself out that way. There is no door handle up here at the top. And I'm sure there's some other 79 only things, like maybe this lock rod system and all that. That's not what they're after today. They just need the shell and skin. I'm gonna remind everyone that this was advertised to myself as a lower mile car, like a 50 or so 1,000-mile car. I mean, we look at stuff like that and see that they're not worn out, and the rest of the body is very nice. Reason I mention that is over time I noticed that a lot of these doors from all Foxbodies are cracked down here in this corner from closing it by pushing the frame, closing it by pushing the frame. So for all my Foxbody people out there, please try and remember to push on the door shell when you're closing. But for R&M, I do see, gosh, it's so hard. I mean, I don't see a crack. I don't see cracked paint. I'm gonna hold the door with my foot, zoom in with my hands here. I know to look there. I know the sun's at my back and it's giving you a poor look, but I don't see any issues, and I'm going to come back from this side, do the best I can. I know it's a little overkill, but this is going a long way, and they're having a courier pick it up, so want to make sure they get the best look from a distance that I can give them, as I do for all my potential customers with large items like this where cosmetics are important. The paint's a little faded, so it's going to be difficult for me to show every dimple or ding. The main thing I know that we're trying to address is rust. So looking at the bottom lip, it's all intact out here. Now it doesn't have the same story on the inside, so I'm going to go through and give the best look I can at the inside bottom. There's a few dings I felt on the outside here, a little ding there, but no major creases. Probably still the original paint and sticker package on there. It doesn't appear to be repainted. Felt a little dimple. Yep, right there, there's a little ding. Really small though. I mean, I'm able to feel, and this was a very thin metal. The earlier doors, I would say, are thinner all the way. That's probably why they're harder to find in good condition. They just weren't seam sealed very well, and a very thin metal. So other than a couple, I mean, I felt it right there, a little ding. I know, guys, this is overkill as far as inspection for you, but I'm doing the very best I can. So I would say we're probably at a B grade here on the outside. It's nice. It's not perfect, but it certainly is a nice, what we would say, 79 door. The hinges are going to come with it, so I'll give you the best look I can at the hardware. Oh, looks pretty good. I don't know if this door check is the original shape. Looks like it's got two. I know the earlier models, or sorry, the later models had one big roller wheel down here. Got a soft spot here. That's probably from a spot weld, that something on the inside wasn't primer sealed, sealed right after it was welded. If I pushed really hard, I could probably push through that. And I know with it being in the shadow there, it kind of makes it difficult to see. But about a 2-inch round, maybe soft. I can pick at some of this rust with my finger and open it up if I really wanted to. But the rest of the door is solid in the jamb there. I'm going to open it up to see if it's loose at all. Absolutely not. The hinges have zero play whatsoever. If I move the door, it moves the car. No tapping or looseness at all. I noticed up inside here was a little bit of some crusties. So splitting metal, and there's probably rust in between. What am I doing here? Let me try and back out. There's a little bit of rust in between in here. I'm squeezing pretty hard. And there are a couple pieces that have come off. There comes some more as I push on it. I know it's pretty bad with the backlighting, but there is some missing metal on the frame here at the top. Just in that section, it appears. Here's just some blistered paint. So whatever needs to happen there, that's the weather strip channel. So would it be covered? Maybe after the gasket goes on, but wanted to show it to you anyway. As we come down in the front here, that all looks really nice and clean. Inside, now the bottom lip is what we're most concerned about. So let me just wipe past the entire inner structure here and say, wow, it's beautiful. All one color, no rust, no repairs, no new drilled holes. All the hardware looks like it's still in place. Now, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen at R&M, if I'm gonna have this picked up, the only things I'd be removing is probably the inner workings of this door for another customer down the road. I know you have that kind of stuff. Unless you want me to leave it, we could discuss that too. Obviously, good working latch today. Look how nicely it closes. The body lines are good and everything. I'm avoiding the inevitable bottom, so let's get into the bottom. Just taking a peek inside here. Yep, there's hard to see because the sun is at my back, but there is some soft, and see that, just that little bit there, but it's not on the exterior door shell. It's kind of something more here on the inside. So if I said the outside is kind of a B grade, the inside would be a B minus, C plus, I would say, just because there is missing metal. Still a workable door. It's structurally sound and not flopping anywhere. It's all together, but it is missing some metal. So we're inside here. Let's see if I can get you a look. So there's a little bit of missing metal. I'll back out so you can see where I'm at. Right here where the seam for the door exterior shell and the inner structure kind of go together. That's the spread of my hand, about 5 to 6 inches. So it's going to need a little work there. Here in the drain hole, it looks like we have dirt and leaves and bugs, but a pronounced drain hole. What I mean by that is it's still the factory kind of oval shape that they should be. We got some glue. You can see this folded over line here. That's very important to have, but with there being no factory sealer in there, it kind of catches all the debris and crap. So there is some ate up interior structure. That's probably a good shot for you. So you're gonna have to really dig around and clean that out real well. Surprised to see the inner structure is not porous necessarily. I'm sure if I pushed really hard, I can make it through on a couple of those areas. Really, to be honest, this bottom strip here is pretty much all intact. It's just this gunk piled up in here that looks terrible. It looks like it almost looks like tree bark. It's so rusty and got a lot of texture to it, but honestly, if we go, like I said, if I'm trying to aim up at the actual door structure, like all of this here seems to be there. There's no hole yet. I haven't actually, now that I'm down here looking there, I don't think I see a hole in the darn door. Kind of thought this would be a little worse for wear, but it really just looks like the seam exploded. So we're gonna be at about the 10-minute mark by the time I wrap this up. I know it's a long time to look at a door, but I want to be as transparent as I can, make sure it works for you, and it's got good value for you. I saw the door that you have. It's almost absolutely not repairable, so I'd call this a C plus, B minus repairable door. Really wasn't missing as much metal as I was expecting. Again, I'm trying to show that the whole bottom lip, which I believe is still part of the exterior skin here that would fold down and around, it's all pretty much there. We got a little tiny bit missing there. It looks like some glue I'm able to pry out, and then lots of dirt. Lots and lots of dirt and whatever kind of chemical reacting was going on in that gap there. So there's a little bit more. I mean, I can sit here and peel and beat on this all day. I know you're going to need to get in there and clean it and repair it, but it's not through. Obviously, you know, now that I've got the sun, we'll use the sun to my advantage. There's no sunlight coming through anywhere on the door, so there is no hole through the door skin at least. And I'm going to poke us down kind of in this direction all together. Leaves, dirt, like I said, probably some bugs. This regulator will be, the regulator will be out. Take the regulator out, take the latch handle and the lock rod system out, but leave it, you know, the hinges on, everything else in place. Probably take my key lock and handle there. But we'll call it a C+, B- door, in my opinion. Workable. I think I've shown all angles of it. It's got good body lines. Inside here, the weather strip channel on the passenger compartment side, that's probably the most brittle missing metal that I've seen. And then we did show this part here that was missing some metal. So, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I've got this on my website. I've got a grade A, grade B, grade C. What I'd like to do, since it's kind of in the middle, in my opinion, of a B and a C, so I'll give you a coupon code, and it'll drop we'll drop it somewhere right in between what what a B and a C grade is. So if you like the condition, if it works for you, let me know. I will give you the coupon code will be right somewhere between the B grade and the C grade. And those prices today are $100 and $300. So I'm thinking $200, $250, somewhere in there would make me happy. And you're doing a pickup, so there's a little credit coming your way, so we can get all that wrapped up probably in one transaction. Hopefully that all makes sense. Hopefully you like this here. We got your bumper and your rear impact bar also ready for pickup. So thank you everyone for your time and attention. If you are looking for Mustang parts, you can visit Encore, the Mustang Parts Warehouse, on Facebook, eBay, my own website, Instagram, and in many other places, I'm sure. R&M, thank you for your business and your patience. Look forward to hearing from you soon.